Hey gang, I hope all is going well. I don't know about you, but for me this has been a very melancholy weekend. There was a lot that was supposed to happen. My oldest son was supposed to graduate from UC. My daughters were supposed to graduate from Ohio University, and on top of that we were supposed to have our small group celebration tonight, where we're gonna have the 9 square set out or whatever else, games outside, and pray for in honor of the seniors and pray for and honor the confirmands. But we're still in quarantine, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna give up hope. I'm hoping that when this quarantine is over, that we can have an appropriate wrap up to our small group program. Because traditionally we kind of end it at the beginning of May, and then we've got Mother's Day and all that coming up, and graduations and whatnot, but we're not sure where high school graduations or graduation parties are going to look like yet, but we're going to get to May 29th. That's the goal, is to get to May 29th and see if things can start opening up. But with all that in mind, I just want to encourage all of you. We are going to wrap up our programs in an appropriate way when we're allowed to. I don't want it just to fade away or fizzle out. I want us to have a time where we can get together and worship together, play some games together, and just honor those who have been with us this year, that have been a blessing to us, and all that. So keep that in mind. I wanted to leave you with a verse tonight that's been very meaningful for me, and if you've been in the youth ministry for very long, I've probably referenced this a few times, but it's a passage that comes out of Proverbs chapter 3, and I think it's very much appropriate to what's going on right now and how we're all feeling. I mean, it was kind of interesting at first, and there was some excitement about trying new technology and new ways of doing youth ministry, but it's getting to the point now where we're just genuinely missing each other and feel alone, and I feel that. I feel that for me. I'm sure you're feeling that too, but I want to leave you with this verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. So the first thing here is that what we need to do is trust that God's got something going on that's going to bring about good out of this whole situation, and that we can't lean on our own understanding. There's so many people that are just dying to try and figure out what's going on and why, and there's conspiracy theories, people trying to wrap their minds around crazy things, and it's just getting them angry at certain people groups and all that, and we just can't go there. We need to put our understanding and trust in God. And then it says, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. So my encouragement to you guys is continue to be good, continue to do the right thing, continue to make smart choices, because in the end it brings health to your psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. There's a lot of TV shows I love to watch, and I'll tell you what, I mean, it's just amazing to see bad choices that people make, and I'll sit there watching a TV show like, why would they make that decision? Why would they make that choice? Why don't they think of the ripple effects of everything that's going to happen now because of that? But that's what makes TV good, is that we can watch other people make bad choices and bad decisions. But when it comes to our own personal lives, I want to encourage you guys. I know for me that when I went through summers where I had a lot of time on my hands, let alone a pandemic, it was very easy to make some poor choices. It was very easy to make some bad decisions. And I want to steer you guys clear of continuing to be good. And we're going to make opportunities for you to live out your faith this summer. We're not sure what that totally looks like yet, but like I said, we're going to get through the month of May. It feels like the third level of Jumanji right now that we're in, or the second episode of the Hunger Games, but hopefully we'll get through it. And once we do get through it, We're going to make opportunities for you guys to live out your faith and do good things to the best of your abilities. But I also want to encourage you, that comes from a heart that's in the right place no matter what's going on. So as you're living through this pandemic, remember to trust in God with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Don't give in to the conspiracy theories, the anger, the frustration, but just trust that God's got something in this, and he's going to bring good out of all of this. In all your ways, walk in his paths and do good in all that you can, and make good choices wherever you find yourself. If you find yourself in the midst of a pandemic where you're just feeling lonely and confused and you've got anxiety and maybe you're going through some depression, you know what? We're all going through it. We're all going through it. But this is a time to lean into God in a way that maybe you've never had to do before, and trust in him, and trust that he's going to bring good out of this and teach us about the importance of why we matter to each other, why community is important, why church is important, why we choose love over hate, why we choose good over evil. And so I want to encourage you guys, continue to make great choices, continue to do the right thing. And open yourself up to the leading and guiding of the Holy Spirit in your life, so that he will be an important factor in decision making. So I love you guys. I care about you, and I hope you're having a great week. And as I've said before, this is not the end of small groups. We will appropriately end it at another time in a later date. Maybe the end of May, maybe the beginning of June. We'll see. But stay posted. If you haven't been interviewed in any of our, I think we've interviewed, I'd say about 90% of the youth group, but if you've not been interviewed, I would still like to get everybody in. So text me and let me know if you're willing and free and available to be interviewed in one of our weekly videos. And I'd love to get you guys in on that. So take care. I love you. I really I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love you. I miss you. And I can't wait till we're back together again. I think we're just going to have like a 10-minute group hug. That's going to be the first thing we're going to do, and get all the tears out of the way before we can start worshiping and praying and meeting in small groups again. Just have one good solid group hug cry, because I'm so ready for that right now. If we could do that. So you guys take care. I love you. Bye.